Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend.
And I'm James, your black friend. Why are you
This,
so somber?
this is the Fat and Black Connection.
Where we talk about anything and everything, as long as it's interesting to us.
Yeah, because if it's interesting to us, that's all that should matter.
That is correct.
And if it isn't, then
Who
why do you
cares?
care?
Who cares?
How are you?
I'm all right, Eeyore. What's going on?
I dropped my tail.
Stupid.
I can't seem to find it anywhere. Can you find it for me?
Nah.
I want you to put my tail back on.
Forgot to do this, or I forgot to do this, and so here we go. It should be coming up. There we go.
All right, yeah, even though we can't see the full logo. So, James,
Yeah. Sorry.
um, Oakbridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Oakbridge. I hate how it like resizes the video for me. I did not ask it to do that.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think they can see the numbers.
Yeah, so Oakbridge, for those of you not following along at home, uh, Oakbridge has released 3 episodes to date.
Right.
Well, of course, episode 3 just came out on Friday, and I looked, before episode 3 released, where Oakbridge was, and I check the like during Murphy's Inc. run. I check these occasionally. Um, Murphy's Inc. in fiction was usually somewhere in the top. In science fiction was usually somewhere in the top 200. Usually somewhere between 150 and 200, and it never showed up in the fiction overall.
Mhm.
So I checked after like the first week, and Oakbridge wasn't showing up at all. So it was like, okay, whatever. And then I got a notification that there were like, some positive comments about the show. And I was like, oh, well, let me go check those out. And I was like, I haven't checked the charts in a while to see how it's actually doing. And before the third episode dropped, Oakbridge was in the top 100 of all fiction. So not just science, like all fiction.
Right.
And was in the top 30 for science fiction.
Right.
Huge, great, amazing. Except episode 3 dropped, and Oakbridge shot up. It was almost, I was hoping it would happen. It didn't quite happen. I'm hoping maybe after 4 it'll happen, but it was in the top 62, because it was 62. So it was in the top 70 of all fiction. So
Mhm.
huge, right? So I think it was 62 was where it peaked. And in
Oh,
all,
oh, that's right. Yeah, we talked about that. I couldn't remember the number you told me yesterday.
yes, so it peaked at 62 of all fiction
Right,
and 14 of science fiction.
right.
So like this close to top 10. And just to put that into perspective, like there are hundreds, hundreds, if not thousands, of fiction podcasts that are releasing content daily, weekly, right?
Right.
Um, and so we don't, Oak Bridge is a new series that we didn't really spend hardly any money on marketing or anything like that.
Hmm.
And for it to be in the top 100 and frankly top 75, and
Yeah.
for it to be of all fiction, again, that I can't stress that enough, because that to me is the even
All.
bigger part. um, Granted, there are tens of thousands of podcasts out there in general, right?
Right.
Finance and conversation and entertainment, blah blah blah, right? But to be in the elite, if you will, of audio
Yeah.
dramas, like, is huge. And like the nice thing that we're seeing is actually a piggyback off of this for Murphy's Inc.
Hmm.
People are like checking out Murphy's Inc. now because of it. Uh,
Well, I know on some platforms it has, like I think I was telling you on Pandora. If you look it up on Pandora, it has Oakbridge, and then it has Murphy's Inc. Like, basically it says like related to or something like that, because it comes from the same production company. So
oh,
it gives you a link to that to listen to Murphy's Inc. on Pandora at least.
so just to put kind of things into perspective, last week when we chatted,
Hmm.
episode 1 was at about 1,000 downloads. I think it was at actually 1,000 even, pretty much.
Yeah, because I
And
know episode.
episode 2 was at 500.
Yeah, I thought total we were like at 18 or something like that.
Yes, we were just shy of 2,000 total downloads.
Right.
Right now, I'm looking at the stats. Episode 1 is now at 1.7 thousand downloads, so over 1,700 downloads.
Well,
Episode 2 is about to hit 1,000.
okay.
Episode 3 is already surpassed the prior 2 weeks. So one of the things that I look at statistically is how does the show do in its first week?
Hmm.
Um, and for example, episode 1 in its first week had 546 downloads.
Right.
Really good, considering Murphy's Inc. We didn't get that high until near the end of season 2.
Okay. Wow.
Uh, episode 2, a little bit better, 591 downloads for the first week of episode 2.
Hmm.
We're still in the first week of episode 3,
Hmm.
and we're at 653.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
So again, just to kind of spell a little bit more out for you, as of right this minute, we are at 3,843 total downloads. So huge, huge. And bear in mind, 3 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and just like, to kind of give you the rundown of how the downloads have gone. And bear in mind, the way Podbean is set, I don't know what time zone it's based out of, but I know it resets for the next day at like 6 or 7 p.m. So according to Podbean, Friday had 128 downloads, and Friday was when episode 3 released at 5
Hmm.
p.m. Pacific. So probably a lot of those downloads weren't for the new episode. But on Saturday, 467.
There we
So
go.
clearly huge day one listeners for new episodes.
Yeah.
This is it's great to see. It's great to see these numbers. It's great to see, the show is doing extremely well. Um, you
Word of
know,
mouth. This has definitely been a word of mouth type deal for
oh,
sure.
Absolutely. And I haven't listened to the show over on Podbean. I don't know if you have. Uh,
I listened to like the first episode on Podbean.
have they started placing ads yet?
Not well. Again, I haven't heard any
Fair enough. Fair enough.
on Spotify. I haven't heard any yet either. So, but I also I listened first day.
Hmm.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Well, in just 2 days, episode 4 will release.
Yeah,
You ready for the teaser?
drop it.
Plant Albatross, the top employer of the people here in Oak Ridge. We strive to make our employees feel safe. Our company policy is safety at all costs.
Plant Albatross.
Plant Albatross. Yeah.
So, as a director on this series, how are you feeling? 3 in, 4 coming up.
It's been it's been wild, especially like when you see the numbers the way they're going, and that's great news. And yeah, literally, it's we put out the stuff that we like to put out, and I'm just excited that people are finding it, people are enjoying it. That's the main thing, So let's if you go on wherever you go and make sure you leave a review, make sure you show the show some love, and if you enjoy it, hype it up to your friends. If you don't enjoy it, hype it up to your enemies.
And of course, Jeff is trolling me by saying it's all because of the great director.
Yeah, actually, and I must say that it's been good writing, good character, good characters, good character development. So we did a good job. We did a good job casting this one.
Yeah, the sad part for me is I wish I could take more credit creatively, but really the only credit I can really take from a creative standpoint is the early helping shape the series as a whole, like helping working with Ashley on story development a little bit,
Mhm.
but really not much, and casting. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I really let you kind of just run with it. I will take some credit for the casting because there were some that I was like, no, no, James, no. And there were some that I let you have, and
Yeah.
and it turned out okay. I didn't agree with you, and I don't know. Obviously, it's hard to know how it would have turned out if you had listened to me. But I got my way on most things. So.
Yeah, we agreed on the big ones. There was a couple minor characters that we disagreed on, and we came to a consensus on, and it worked.
Yes, I remember quite literally at one point saying, "I'll let you have that if I get this."
Yeah, it was it was the moving of the chess pieces.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
That's right. We look at you all as pawns.
Pawns.
So yeah, I mean, I can't say enough. How proud I am of how this show is doing and turning out. And we've got 2 more episodes to finalize, right?
Yeah. 9 is pretty much done. We had to do. There was, when you listen to something enough times, you start finding things wrong with it, and not huge things. These were just minor things that I felt would help, and so we went in and we did a recording yesterday and a recording today to fill in some spots that I think just needed to be a little bit stronger, and I think we got those, and so those will be put in, and then 9 will be finalized, and then 10 is being worked on right now. So we should have an assembly for that fairly soon.
That's exciting, and then it'll be done. And
Done.
for those of you that saw the live episodes of Oak Ridge After Dark, as we were doing them here at the podcast within the podcast, we will be releasing those 8 episodes again as part of like a addendum, if you will, for Oak Ridge
Post series.
So those will come out. We might take a week or two after the finale and then have them start after that. But they're technically done. I just need to get Ashley's already, or whoever she has working on it has already finished editing a couple of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we'll get those up and loaded and ready to go.
Cool.
So, what's going on this week, James?
Man, I know I'm gonna be on a plane on Friday.
Oh yeah, where are you going?
I'm gonna be coming back up to Reno.
I'm gonna be
back in Reno, and then we got.
What the heck are you coming up here for?
Got Silver Age Comic-Con at the Reno Convention Center.
That is for sure. Are you so Silver Age Comic-Con? This will be your first time attending.
Yeah.
I went last year as a patron, if you will. I went to just check it out, see what the skinny was, the situation. Well, and the main reason that I went, I don't know if you remember, was because I was like, it was really when we were talking about doing cons and we knew ArieCon was coming in. I think we might have signed up and, it was like, okay, let's go see what this is all about here, because it'll probably give us a good idea of what to expect, if you will. And I also knew Spencer was going to be there from at the time Pop Culture Kaboom, who I hadn't met. Jimmy Jones was, and he was the one organizing ArieCon. Jimmy Jones was going to be there from Pop Culture Kaboom, and I hadn't met him yet. And so, I thought it was a good opportunity to not only, scope out the situation, but to also, make connections.
Right.
And so, it was interesting. I went with my wife and my kid. Unfortunately, my kid really didn't like it. I mean, there was like this cosplayer who was dressed up as like R2-D2 as if it was the Hulkbuster armor.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was crazy.
That
it was crazy.
Man, I kind of want to see that.
It was definitely interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I appreciated the art or the outfit, I should say. But it wasn't, for my kid.
Right.
My kid did not enjoy that too much. So
I'm a fan.
Yeah. So needless to say, we weren't there as long as I would have liked to have been, maybe.
Right.
But it was fine. We went, we did the thing, and it was. So to me, it was impressive because I was there very early on, right after they opened. Mm-hmm. They had line wrapped around. It was, I would say from my perspective, there was thousands of people there.
Okay.
And so it actually was a little uncomfortable by the amount of people that were there. And this was a 1-day event. And so everybody was trying to squeeze in one day. And so luckily this time around, they decided to do a 2-day event.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's...
Spread that out.
Yeah, and I think that'll be good, honestly, because hopefully, they are projecting between 12 to 15,000 people. I don't know how many of those are, like, unique, if you will. But, if there is, on the high end, 15,000 over 2 days, we're talking about 7,000 to 8,000 people a day. That's a lot.
Not bad numbers.
So I'm trying to excuse you, pull something up.
Me.
Give me just a second.
Pull it up.
because I'm sure folks would like to see the floor plan, if you will. And give me just a moment while I'm waiting for that to pull up. How about this? So booths E102 and 103. And
We.
did you say we?
I said we in no, but I was gonna wait till the picture came up.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up. I promise I will have it in just a moment. Uh, it's not it's not the best because unfortunately they gave it to me as a PDF rather than a JPEG. So you got to work with what you got. But this is the floor plan for Silver Age Comic Con, July 13th and 14th, 10 a.m., 5 p.m. And at first when I looked at this, I was like, okay, where the hell are we? This is the entrance up here, the front. There's going to be a concession stand. There's some panel rooms happening outside. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, they got this thing packed. Because last year it wasn't quite this packed. And I was like, where are we? E86, E21. And I realized, oh, we're back here in the back, like facing the back, right? And I'm like, okay, I don't know how much I love that. But then I realized this area right here where it says autographs, this is all of the celebrities.
Oh.
So these are all the special guests and the celebrities that are going to be at this event.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're right here, 102, 103. We're right next to the cosplay sign up. And we're right next to the gaming table. So there'll be a lot of fun happening out that way.
Yeah.
So while we are at the back, the other nice thing for us is there's restrooms very close by.
Yeah. That's
And
wonderful.
the roll-up door, which is where we're going to load in and out. So that's I know to some it's like, who cares? But to me, that's exciting because we can pull up and
Great.
load in right to our spot. That is right, though, by the way. We do have a double booth, so we'll be 10 by 20,
Yep.
10 deep, 20 wide,
We got folks showing up.
rolling 10 deep. So who do we got coming?
Yo, not only do you have your boys, Fat and Black, but we are going to have the the dynamic father and son duo of Lawrence and Diego Iriarte,
That's for sure.
featuring Jam, the artist.
Yeah. Speaking of which, some of the art that you're going to get to see, I'm going to show off right now. We produced.
Just in case you can't make it, so we're gonna show you right now.
We produced and had some 3x6 banners made for some of the upcoming work to be done by Icy Sound Comics. So
Woo!
Murphy's Inc.
Be-do-do-do.
Murphy's Inc. is also going to have it. It'll be the first ever ash can from Icy Sound Comics. I kind of showed it off last week.
Get it while the getting is good.
16 pages, got some interior black and white.
Yeah.
It's got dialogue.
Yeah.
These are pretty close to ready to go, just need to be colored. You've got a nice color cover. You've got the back image with the Mickey. And don't forget, at Silver Age Comic Con, there will be 11 by 17s.
Oh,
with the
exclusives.
Mickey Squid Fight exclusives.
Exclusive from
So, First 100 on Saturday.
the fun. What is it? The fun
Mickey Mouse in the fantastic world
fantastic worlds. Yes,
of
Steamboat Willie, and yeah. So you want to definitely get your hands on that. $5.
Well, the 11 by 17 is free.
Oh,
The 11 by 17 is an exclusive free giveaway by Silver Age Comic Con for the first 100.
yeah, that was right. And then, but you can
The ash can, where
signed.
you're going to get, a 16-page, first ever, first run, first print by Icy Sound Comics
Mhm.
for Murphy's Inc. But it does have that Mickey Mouse on the back in full color.
Yeah.
So if you're not able to get one of those first 100, and Lawrence and Diego are ready and willing to sign anything.
Yo.
So I'm telling you, we've got something special here, and I'm gonna explain why. So take this in, take this artwork in that you're looking at right now for Murphy's Inc.,
Say it all.
and let's take a look at Deebs.
Man, just like the if you've been following, yes, if you've been following, you know that these are the same artists, but these styles are so different in each of them, which is crazy. Like that's so like I think that's one of the coolest aspects of the whole thing is that these are the same artists working on different properties, but yet the art is specific for that for that comic, for that property.
Well, and this, I was actually talking with Lawrence earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, and to me, this is one of the most impressive things about Lawrence and Diego, the father-son dynamic duo, is that we've got 6 properties that we're going to be releasing issue ones on over the next 12 months or so.
Right.
And each of the 6 properties not only are a unique story conceptually,
Right.
but have a unique art. And you're used to a lot of comic book artists. You can look at a cover art and you're like, oh, I know who the artist is.
Mhm.
Look at another, because they have really one style.
Right.
Where these guys, and part of it is you probably already know this, but Lawrence was and is and has been a ghost artist over the years for many big name comic book artists. And for those of you that don't know what that is, a ghost artist is somebody who helps an artist create their comics and does background drawings or whatever the case may be to help them to crank out product. So he doesn't get the credit on the cover page, but definitely gets the paycheck and gets gets to have it on the resume, but doesn't get
the recognition.
Yeah. So he's had to learn many different artists' styles.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of a different style, Fantastic Furious Fury Frog.
Fantastic, yeah.
And this is this property is really one helmed and
this is Diego
conceptualized by Diego.
Yeah, this is Diego all the way. I remember hearing about this years ago, so it's nice to finally see it coming to fruition.
And I will say, out of the banners that I've got so far, I've got 4 out of the 7 that are coming. This is probably the most impressive looking. Just the size, and bear in mind the color on the sides of this image are not going to be there. This is just for sizing and everything for here. But Midgard,
yo, this is one I'm digging this, man.
The price of freedom is to wage war against all of the gods of old.
Like I said, I want this. I want the metal band to be created.
I mean, so Jimmy from Pop Culture Kaboom plays metal, and he's a musician. He plays lots of different stuff, but he's been in a lot of rock and metal bands. And when I sent these to him, he really was digging them. Yeah. And here's another Midgard.
Yeah, well, this is the first one I think you showed. I'll say, wait, is this a rock band?
It really does, right? Like you look at these 2 images, and it's like, okay, this must be like an 70s, 80s metal band that's, these are the cover art for their albums or something.
No, these are comics.
Yeah.
Coming.
And I believe I have one more. This one's new. Light Trail, Siege of the Dark Court. An intergalactic war between brothers races toward our planet. Earth's only hope lies in awakening the secret abilities of 3 young souls. And James, the one thing that I think there's a lot going on in this image. But I can't stop looking at this face, and it's such an ugly face. Like, that must be a villain of like epic proportions or something, because that is a horrible looking face. No? Is it just me?
No, those are definitely villains. The ones on the outside, the ones in the black and white, and that's the first. Those are new costumes. I'm digging the black and white costumes. Not gonna lie,
So Light Trail goes way back.
way back.
You've done some voice work for Light Trail from a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah,
And what's interesting is the stuff that you did is kind of like almost like a prequel to what this comic is going to be.
yeah. I still actually I have that audio still. It's the audio that we did is all put together, and it sounds great. I need to talk to Lawrence and be like, yo, we just need to just drop that, just put that out there, and let people hear it.
I think you make it in the future once this thing takes off, and then you go back and say, here's the story, the before story.
Yeah. Let me tell you a little story. Actually, I think this one looks, from what you were telling me, it seems like this one will have some flashbacks to said stories. So
probably,
yeah.
But yeah, I think
that'll be in the ash can.
Maybe. But this
episode
again, very unique, different feel, different style. I mean, you look at these 6 different images that I have loaded up here, and there's just so much candy. Like, I don't know. I'm excited. This is, this event is, for lack of a better descriptor, kind of our coming out party.
Yeah.
If you will.
It's Icy Sound Comics debutante ball.
So make sure you come see us.
Yeah, we're going to be there.
E102, 103, Silver Age.
We in the back. We in the back.
I blame you for that, by the way.
I had nothing to do with it, but whatever. That's cool.
Oh, you know why.
Oh, you stupid. You stupid.
Speaking of stupid, Agatha All Along.
Now I got to wait till September, bro?
Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
What'd you think?
It was all right. I kind of liked the way that, she kind of had everything, kind of wiped. So interesting. But yeah, I'm interested to see. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, of course, but bro, the fact that I've had to wait since how long ago was that? It feels like forever ago now, but WandaVision was what?
We looked this up.
4 years ago.
WandaVision released on January 15th, 2021. So it will be 3 and almost 3/4 years since.
And then at the end, we had the whole Agatha All Along song, which I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And then like they had made the announcement that this was actually, it was Agatha. It was a bunch. They've had a bunch
House of Hardness. Covenant of Chaos,
House of Hardness, and
Darkhold Diary.
They've had and now it's Agatha All Along, and it's like, bro, just what is the hold up under right now? Let's go. Like, we've been waiting for this since WandaVision ended, because you pretty much teased it then. It's old now.
Well, and not only that, but like really what was potentially going to help this show was playing off of WandaVision happening, but then also Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, because you had Wanda there, and that would have been the time, in my opinion, where they should have released it.
Right after that movie.
Even if there's no tie-in.
Right. But still, it looks like there is some tie-in. So from the trailer, well, no, the only reason is because I'm just looking at from what the what apparently looks like Wanda, Maximoff, whatever. So with on the toe tag and stuff, and the black fingers and all that stuff. So yeah, what appears to be Wanda. But yeah, that would have been the tie-in at all. But yeah, it's just, I feel like I don't know what took it so long, but it seems like it might have been too long. I don't know.
Yeah. And, speaking of Marvel in general, we've got the private screening of Deadpool and Wolverine coming up.
Yeah.
Uh, Saturday, July 27th, down at
Yeah.
the Carson Valley Movie Theater.
Carson Valley Movie Theater.
I believe it's Carson Valley Cinema, to be clear.
Yeah.
So we've got a private screening. We've got a theater reserved up to 100 people. We have given away some seats, but it's going to be first come, first serve, cash only, $5. There's going to be raffles, giveaways. There's a cosplay contest, and the winner of the cosplay contest is going to get He's going to get free movies for a year. And what that means is you can go see one movie a week for free, and you can take one person with you.
For a year.
That is huge.
Huge.
So, huge. It's going to be massive.
Thank you, Carson Valley Cinema.
Absolutely. Like the team down there, they're great. I'm excited to do this, and I'm hoping it's the first of many to come, especially considering we've got 4 Marvel films coming out next year.
Yeah.
But Deadpool Wolverine, how are you feeling about it?
You know how I'm feeling. I get more like I'm digging the little trailers that we getting. Marvel's been releasing like little trailers throughout, heading towards a release. So besides the big trailers, just little like TV spots they have. So I'm very interested to finally see this movie.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. I'm excited for this thing, and it can't come soon enough.
I should have posted it. There was one. It said it was like there's been 7 Batmans, 8 Supermans, 3 Hulks, something else, but only 1 Wolverine.
That's true.
Yeah, nobody else. Like, and I mean, one of the cool things was that I don't know if you remember this, but after like the first X-Men, like Hugh Jackman from what I understand, bought the rights, or after X-Men 1 or 2, bought the rights to Wolverine. So basically, nobody else could play him, only he could.
I have not heard that, nor do I believe that.
That's what I heard. I don't know. That's what I heard about. I heard that he bought the rights basically so that nobody else could play him, only him. And that's why. But Logan is staying canon, which is kind of cool because that was supposed to be it, and I guess he was like, "Yeah, I'll do this."
Yeah, I don't see anything. I just did a search who owns the rights to Wolverine as an actor or anything, and I see nothing about that claim. I mean, Marvel owns the rights to Wolverine. 21st Century, now Disney, owns the movie rights to Wolverine. I don't see anything. So you're just making stuff up again.
Oh no, I'm saying that's what I heard. I don't know. I heard it, and it sounded like I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because
is it like you heard it in your head, and so now we're just going with it, or
nah? I mean, it was in conversation. I was talking to some nerds about it.
Nerds,
and yeah. So
speaking of nerds, did you hear about this today?
Yeah,
Shrek 5.
I saw this. I'm very confused because I thought this whole thing kind of ended. I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad. I do enjoy Shrek.
Well, they all need to make money, including DreamWorks. So when you're running out of things to do with the trolls, let's go back to Shrek. That's a success.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm I've enjoyed these movies, so I'm give me something new. Give me something new with it, and let's make it good.
Yeah, I mean, I think all these. I mean, I don't know what the hell the last thing Cameron Diaz has done, but
yeah,
Mike Myers, I know most recently, I think probably Penavarte,
Yeah.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's done some crap lately, including Beverly Hills Cop.
Axel Foley. It's out on Netflix now.
Have you watched it?
No, I
assume
haven't watched it yet.
No.
It's in my queue though.
Of course it is. So yeah, and so in my background, and that's why I'm full screen right now. I've got a bed right here, and that's
Mhm.
folded out for you, buddy.
Thanks.
But I don't know if you see on the bed, there's these little baggies over here.
I see those.
And do you know what these are?
Nah.
So the green ones, those ones glow in the dark.
Oh.
You know what they say on them?
Do they say Kaboom Crawl?
They sure do.
Nice.
And the other baggie is full of wristbands that say Kaboom Con, and those are going to be for the vendors. So rather, I wanted to do something a little different rather than the standard lanyard.
Yeah.
You're going to get a little bracelet,
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
that's your pass. That's your lets everybody know you're a vendor.
Yeah.
So
Let them know.
yeah, I thought let's be different. We don't got to be the same.
Yeah, I like that.
And then we'll have some, standard like Tyvek wristbands for everyone else.
Yeah.
But the Kaboom Crawl, that's going to be for every paid guest or crawler. Are you excited for the crawl?
I am excited for the crawl.
Have you ever been to a crawl?
Yeah, I've been to one. I did the superhero pub crawl a number of years ago in Reno.
Nice. I was hoping I'd have a little bit more art to share with you tonight. Unfortunately, the dynamic duo, while they do 90% of what they do hand drawn, there is sometimes, a little bit of digitization, especially with sizing and usually some of the color is digital. And so unfortunately they're having some computer problems.
Oh, don't like that.
Yeah. Lawrence needs a new computer.
Needs a new computer.
So we're going to work on that. But, I was hoping to have a couple of extra pieces to show off tonight, and unfortunately I don't. So you're going to have to come see him at Silver Age.
Come see him!
What do you got going on? You were telling me before the show that you did something fun last night.
Yeah, I went to an escape room last night with one of my best friends. He came into town. His daughter was having had national dance competition, so my man Nate came out and with his wife and daughter, and we went to an escape room. And actually, it's funny because the place that we went, I used to live down the road from this place. I drove by it multiple times, especially when I was working for Pepsi. And I was like, I need to check that place out. Never did until last night. It's actually, it's not a huge area. But they have I think 5 or 6 escape rooms inside this building, and it's not a huge building. And the escape rooms are actually pretty well. At least the one that I did was pretty good. It wasn't easy. But it's so and it wasn't. I've only done this now, mind you. This was only the second escape room I've ever done. The first one I did was in San Jose, and that one was actually a little bit more elaborate. Where we actually had to use a clue because one of the boards that was supposed to help us wasn't illuminating correctly, and so they were like, "Oh, yeah, sorry," and I was like, "Come on, bro! You need to make sure your stuff's working." And so, but we were able to figure that out. But that one had clues, and the clues led to other clues, and it was basically that's how an escape room works. But the problem was with this one, the clues were very vague, sometimes almost non-existent, and so it was fairly difficult to figure out. But we had an hour we were actually at the very end. We were at the very end when our time ran out, and so that was kind of a bummer because we'd finally figured out like the last thing, but we were trying to figure out how the last clue worked, and we just ran out of time there. So unfortunately, but
So I've never done an escape room. So what happens in that situation? You run out of time. Do they just turn the lights on or whatever and say, "Okay, come on out"? Or
yeah, no, he came in and was just like, all right, time's up, and so he's like, you guys were on the last puzzle, so, and I was like, oh dang, so yeah, so I mean,
so do you like want to go back again just to try
I
and figure it out, or
yeah, I kind of want to go back and figure it out.
even if it only takes you like 10 minutes because you already know how to get to that last part?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I just want to be able to finish it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the main thing. I would just want to be able to finish it. Um, but they also have. I mean, there's a bunch of escape rooms out here. There's some that are like located at the resorts. I think I know there's one I think at in the canal shops. I think there's one there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's one right down the road at Town Square. Over here, like where we went to get the churros and stuff. They have a escape room place over there. I believe that's called Escapeology or something like that. I think there's a few. This place that I went, number one escape room. They have two locations. One on Sahara and we went to the one on Tropicana. So yeah, so they have a couple different locations. So I don't know if it's the same or if they have different rooms there or whatnot. So there's a lot of escape rooms there. If you like challenges, you want to do something fun, definitely check some of these out, man. We got a ton of them out here. There's a ton like all over the country now. I know like it started out kind of small, but like these like these audio dramas, they kind of exploded. So there's probably I think there's probably an escape room up in Reno somewhere.
There is. Remember, after HarryCon, we went out for wings with Lawrence and Diego and Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one right by there,
Oh, okay.
Sierra Summit Mall.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. So again, like yeah, so like escape rooms, it depending on what they are, you gotta, make sure, you're having a party or something, or birthdays, things like that, and you have a bunch of people depending on, it's fun, if it's check the age limits on it. If you have kids and stuff, if you plan on bringing them, make sure it's not, it's age appropriate, not too scary and so, things like that. So unless your kid's into that kind of stuff, likes to be scared, then that's fine. But so yeah, no, it's a good time. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'd love to actually be able to finish it. Um, oh, there's one by Shields now. I don't. That's new. That must be kind of newish.
I believe it. I mean, it's a
There's a ton of stuff.
shopping center, so it
Yeah,
makes
there's
sense.
yeah. So I mean, like, yeah, there. I mean, and some of them are big, and some of them are small. Like the first, like I said, the one I did in San Jose was actually in like this office complex, and it was kind of elaborate. Hidden door. They have hidden doors and things like that. So it's a good time to So hopefully, if you ever get the opportunity to go to an escape room and do it, do it with some friends, it's a good time.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. So speaking of like fun times and doing things with friends, I've sent you a couple of videos on this, and you haven't said anything. This is the Golden Steer Steakhouse in Vegas.
Okay, are you sending them? Are those ones you send me on Instagram, or are those the ones you send me? Because I've gotten some videos that are on TikTok, but I can't watch them because I don't have TikTok.
I think I've been sending these via Instagram. It is a steakhouse in Vegas, and we must go here. So let's just take a look at their menu. Um, so starting with their appetizers, they've got king crab cocktail,
don't have that on Instagram.
A jumbo shrimp cocktail. Now, this is where it's crazy to me. King crab cocktail, jumbo shrimp cocktail, same price. Bow tie crab cake with bow tie remoulade. Shrimp Dijon. Fresh oysters on the half shell. Oysters Rockefeller. Escargot de Bourgogne. And I kind of want you to try that because I think you would.
Yeah, I would definitely try that.
Fried calamari. Whole, and this is one of the ones I've heard, like, you have to try it. I'm like, oh, I don't. Whole roasted bone marrow. So it is literally like a giant beef bone where they've like, yeah, you suck out the marrow. I feel like you'd get down on that.
We used to do that on our chicken.
Mm-hmm. Butcher's cut meatballs.
What's that mean?
I don't even know, but for $20, it's probably massive balls.
Just big ass meatballs.
Oh, James, why does he troll you so hard?
What?
I don't even know. Toasted cheese ravioli, that's a basic. It's standard, always probably good. Seafood stuffed mushroom cap.
Oh.
This is the one I'm interested in. Cold seafood tower, Alaskan king crab, jumbo Gulf shrimp, oysters, Maine lobster. $100 for an appetizer.
What's that? Go back. What was that? Seafood stuffed mushroom caps?
Seafood stuffed mushroom caps. Yep.
That sounds fire.
And that's just the appetizers, right?
Yeah.
Soups and salads. This is pretty basic, but French onion soup I've heard is amazing. I've heard is better than Red Robin, which to me is one of the.
That was a really good French onion soup.
For some reason on here they have listed our signature garlic bread. I'm not sure how that's a soup or a salad, but okay. The Golden Steer dinner salad, wedge salad, and a famous Caesar salad. So the only soup, and so they should really drop the plural there.
It's a soup and salads.
Yeah, it should be soup and salads.
Soup, salads, and bread.
And look at that, the famous Caesar salad, and they do it at Tabletop, and it's huge, it's massive, and that's why it's $21 per person. And so there's got to be at least 2 people eating it because this is one of the things I sent you is like they make the Caesar salad, the dressing first at the table. They like make it in the bowl, and then they start chopping up the lettuce and doing all of that, and it's impressive. Obviously, I'm not a big fan, but I think if you've got a couple folks that want it's probably well worth it. Yeah. Moving on to the steaks. Here comes the money. A la carte. So these are all a la carte, no sides. A ribeye steak with a bone-in 24 ounce. Petite filet mignon 8 ounce. A regular filet mignon 12 ounce. A short horn 16 ounce New York cut.
What's a short?
So these are the type of cow it comes from.
Okay.
A longhorn extra thick 24 ounce New York cut.
Whew.
The 24 ounce porterhouse, which is probably what I'd be going towards. Actually, I'll tell you what I would go towards in a moment. The prime rib of beef English cut 12 ounce or the diamond little cut 18 ounce. 3 double cut lamb chops, American style. But here's what I'm thinking for us. Dinner for 2, longhorn and lobster tail, $2.50. Of course, there is the tomahawk steak, 40 ounce, served with soups or salad and a selection of 2 sides. So the reason that these dinner for 2s, is because you're getting soup, salad, or side, right?
Yeah.
And sides. And also because, 40 ounces, or a longhorn, which is 24 ounce plus lobster tail, and the lobster tails that they do there are the Australian, giant, massive, 12, 14 ounce lobster tails.
You mean those ones that are mutated?
Yes. Yes.
The mutant lobsters they have?
And of course, I love this. Steak accoutrements. Oscar style. Do you know what Oscar style is?
No.
It's basically like adding some lump crab onto your steak.
Oh, okay.
Maitre d' butter, béarnaise sauce, hollandaise sauce, peppercorn sauce, brandy cream sauce, or your choice of 2, except does not include Oscar.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do. I mean, like hollandaise sauce. I don't know. I don't think I'd want that on a steak for some reason.
I would
Yeah.
do the maitre d' butter all day. I'd do the béarnaise all day, and I would do Oscar style all day. I don't even want to do peppercorn.
I like pepper. I do like the peppercorn sauce. That was that.
Brandy cream.
Yeah, that actually sounds like it might be. I want to, I'd want to try it on the side first before I actually was like,
Usually they do come in the side in like a ramekin.
yeah, and you just
ramekin
kind of cut it and dip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
Unless it's Oscar style. Usually Oscar style.
right, it's on top, right?
But
But isn't it just lump crab? That's just lump crab on top, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Well, and usually there's like a little sauce to it, but
Oh, okay.
so that's the steaks. Now we've got the seafoods.
Seafood.
A la carte, jumbo Western Australian lobster tail, market price.
Of course.
They're
So,
huge.
What's
Debbie
what's market price?
Debbie checking in, long time. Miss you, Debbie. Béarnaise on a fillet, yum.
Fillet.
Fillet. King crab legs, broiled to perfection. Again, market price. So, bow tie Atlantic salmon with roasted tomato sauce and asparagus.
Is that just different? Is that like bow tie? Is that just the kind of salmon it is?
It's fancy.
Okay.
Chilean sea bass, broiled with roasted vegetables.
I'll have the Chilean sea bass.
Here's where they get you: shrimp and shore dinners. Look at the prices.
They're all market.
Market, right? Petite fillet with lobster tail, petite fillet with crab legs, petite fillet with shrimp Dijon, short horn with lobster tail, short horn with crab legs, short horn with shrimp Dijon. So this is again why Mark leans towards doing the longhorn with lobster tail.
Right, because that actually has a price to it. This
Well, not only that, but going back really quickly, like right away that the longhorn is $95. So out of this 250, 100
Right.
of it is that steak. You know you're getting soup salad and two sides.
right.
And so we
You're
saw
getting
the salad price.
you're getting what you're getting more bang for your buck there.
Potentially.
Yeah.
So then they have Italian specialties. This was interesting to me. A chicken of the angels. Like, I kind of want to go there to get that just to be like, what? Which they describe as boneless breast of chicken dipped in egg batter with artichokes and mushrooms. A chicken parmigiana, boneless breast of chicken, tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese.
Right.
And eggplant parmigiana.
No need.
Yeah, get the vegetables out of here.
No need.
Now there's sides.
Oh, that's right. That was just appetizers.
Vegas's largest baked potato.
Okay.
I know you get down on that.
I love baked potatoes.
Twice baked potato.
Okay.
Whipped potatoes.
What does that mean? Is that mashed potatoes? I don't know.
Yes. Fresh.
But I heard, but they're like fluffier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh cut fries.
Okay.
Mac and cheese.
Okay.
Sweet cream corn.
Sweet cream corn.
I get down on that. Cream spinach.
Cramp. Spinach to creme.
Sherry cream mushrooms. Garlic parmesan broccoli. I'll get down on that.
Yeah.
Grilled asparagus.
I like asparagus, but just this I don't. The aftermath.
I need to know what this is. Prime macaroni and cheese.
That's probably something that probably has some like breading or something on top of it.
I don't know. For $5 more, it better have something.
Some bacon.
And then, of course, desserts. Bananas Foster or Cherries Jubilee.
Okay.
House specialty, flambéed tableside. Coca Kahlua creme brulee.
Okay.
Cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, chocolate cake, carrot cake, tiramisu, and spumoni bomba.
I'd have to get that carrot cake though.
You and your grossness.
I love carrot cake, bro.
So what do you think, James? Do we want to go do this next time I'm down there?
Yeah.
I think you need to save up because I don't want to pay for this whole one.
No, of course.
But I'm like seriously thinking we start off with the cold seafood tower at $100. Get the longhorn and lobster tail.
Yeah.
For $250. So now we're at $350. Finish off with some desserts. You were saying carrot cake.
Yeah,
So we're basically looking at like a $300 dinner here, not including tip.
yeah. So we're looking at least what close to four.
Basically.
Yeah, $200.
So we need to make some money at these cons.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, yeah, that sounds awesome, man. Yeah, I would love. Yeah, I've never. You know what? I'm going through my stuff, and I don't see anything from you for this place.
I will every time I come across it, I'll just make sure I keep sending it then.
Yeah, just send it, and then I'll because I know, like, I just went through the stuff that you've sent me, and but that's not one of them.
I don't know. I am certain I sent it because it's in Vegas, and I wouldn't send it to anybody else.
Right.
But yeah, I one of the things I saw in here. Let me see if I can pull up a video real quick just to. What is? Give me just a second. Vamp.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't. Do you guys have you heard of Insomniac cookies?
Insomniac cookies.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Insomnia cookies, not Insomniac cookies. Insomnia cookies. It's another place. It's kind of like the Crumble or uh every Friday or something like that. I think that's another cookie place. So basically, it's like a cookie, one of those cookie shops. But this place actually has ice cream, and you can get like a ice cream sandwich. You get two cookies, and they put ice cream, and they put another cookie on top. You can get that. They have ice cream on top of a cookie, which is really good. Oh,
Like straight tray of lobster tails. Look at
you know what? I've seen I saw a video on that. Is that from the same place?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that was I saw that, and I was like, oh, what?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Hold on, let me give me a second. I got another one here. I need to mute it so that it's not in my ear, so we can talk over it. Here we go. So that's obviously.
Sheesh.
So there's the tomahawks. The other
Tomahawk,
one was
yeah.
the longhorn. So this is the spot. It looks like it's just at a strip mall. So here he's making the salad.
Yeah.
Caesar salad, table side. Mm.
Man.
That'd be me. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's easily like a 12, 14 ounce. Oh, there's the king crab.
This comes right out of there.
Mm. Oh, taking a butter shot. Look at that.
Man, was it the prime rib?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so they're taking that tomahawk, cutting it up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, he's making that cherry jubilee.
Man, not only do you have to be a server, you have to be a chef too.
What do you think now, having seen that?
I saw that video before, and so yeah, I have seen that video before. But yeah, that place, yeah, that looks. Where is it?
Like address or 301 West Sahara? Sorry, 308 West Sahara.
Golden Steer Steakhouse. It's only 12 miles away.
I don't know relative to your house what that means. I mean, I understand distance. Okay, so it's over by the Strat.
Yeah.
So I pulled it up. So it's right here. It looks like in a little strip mall, right next to the Ahern Luxury Boutique.
I was actually right over that way earlier today.
Oh, right next to a Capriati's. What else is close by? Oh, just down the street from Circus Circus.
Yeah, the
Okay, so
Sahara,
it is
the
basically at
Sahara.
the end and just off the strip.
Yeah, the Sahara's over there, and yeah. So yeah, no, that's definitely cool. Because I was over at I was
Doesn't it
down the
look like it?
schoolways
I
from
feel like it
Westgate.
looks like if I drove by and just looked really quickly, I would think, "Oh, that must be a gentleman's club."
Yeah, I could see how you'd think that.
Right next door is Hummus, Vegas and Grill. What does that even mean? Capriati's, Sparkle Cleaners,
Hey,
El En Fuego Cigars and Lounge. Hey, that's cool. I'd be down to go there after a big meal and have a nice cigar. And then, of course, the Mint 24-hour gaming cocktail lounge. So, yeah, I mean, it is a very small strip. And from what I've come to understand as well, you have to make your reservation months in advance.
oh really?
Yeah. Bye, Debbie.
Bye. Hey Debbie. Oh, before you go, are you coming on the cruise?
Gonna go to Panama Canal.
Yeah.
F not even me is what?
Oh, he's saying he wants to come too.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you can come. You pay
Yeah,
him.
man.
I mean, he's got that palimony money.
Yeah. You can. Yeah, Jeff. I'll make sure you get there. We'll get you there, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at it's still a whiles out, but probably I'm gonna be coming down to Vegas. I'm thinking for WrestleMania weekend.
Russell.
So we'll not that we're going to go to WrestleMania because that is expensive, but I think we should. I think we should seriously look at going to SmackDown Friday night,
With the Hall of Fame.
and then go to
See, the only reason I want to go to one of those, because I'm thinking it'll end up being Sunday night, but the only reason I want to go is because John Cena's retiring.
It's not his last match though. It's
No,
his
WrestleMania is his last match.
No, it's not. He made that abundantly clear. 2025 is his last year, but it's going to be the whole year.
Yeah, ending at WrestleMania.
No, it is not. You're not listening.
That's what he said.
No, it is not. Go back and rewatch it. It will be his last WrestleMania, but it is not his last match. You got to pay attention, brother.
When I think, I guess other people have retired and they end up being around for a while. So,
and he's made it abundantly clear, and I think he's a man of his word. He's done after 25, but it is his retirement tour is the entire year.
Yeah,
not, and he's already agreed to like 40 dates throughout 25. You're not going to get 40 dates between January and April.
Because he said that was like last.
Go back and rewatch
said
it.
Last WrestleMania, at least.
Go back and rewatch the whole thing. Yes, he said it's his last Royal Rumble, his last Elimination Chamber,
Right.
his last WrestleMania.
Right.
But he also said it's going to be a whole year of John, and then he's done.
Well, either way.
Do you
Thanks,
think
John Cena.
Do you think he breaks the record?
I would like him to. Honestly, I would like it. I would like him to. I thought he was going to do it, and then Jon Stewart screwed it.
Jon Stewart?
Yeah, you remember he was going for numbers. Jon Stewart hit him with the chair.
I do not remember this.
Uh,
Jon Stewart from The Daily Show?
Yeah, he was hosting. He was like hosting one of the. He was hosting one of the before his PLEs. You know, when it was just pay-per-views or whatever. He was and he hit him with a chair, and John Cena got pinned. I don't remember who he's fighting for it.
That happened back in 2015.
Yeah.
9 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been 9 years since John Cena was champion, or over 9 years.
Yeah, because he wasn't.
That's crazy.
He wasn't around as much.
No,
He was
I know.
around, but he was doing other stuff. And then but yeah, as far as actually holding a belt, or I mean, I think, well, no, he went up against Rome. He went up against Roman for the championship at SummerSlam.
When
But
we went.
yeah, and that was the last time. I think that was the last time he's been there for a championship.
Well, I would prefer he doesn't go out with 17. I think he's tied Flair. And I think that's fine. I don't think he needs it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
I don't see any benefit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think it brings any more prestige to a title. I don't think it
because
helps
I mean,
his career.
he's already if he's tied. No, is he? Oh yeah, he's tied Flair. Yeah, because they both had 16.
Randy is at 15.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so yeah, no, I mean, I think you're right. I guess he doesn't need to beat it. I just always thought he would. If anybody was going to do it, I thought it would be John Cena.
I thought he was going to do it back in 2015, or even like when we were there for that SummerSlam. Like, I would have accepted that, but I think
that was still near the beginning of Roman Reigns' just epic run.
I mean, we didn't know that's what it was going to be then.
No, we didn't know it was going to be that, but that's what it turned into. I mean, because it was still young when he did at SummerSlam that year.
Mm-hmm. And then Brock showed up.
Yeah.
Your favorite?
Can't stand that guy.
Whatever. You're a Brock fanboy.
What? When? I've never in my life have I been a Brock fanboy.
You are a closeted Brock fanboy.
Never.
Hey, Jeff, are you coming up to Silver Age?
If he is, he ain't telling me.
Speaking of Silver Age, you know what's even better than Silver Age?
Was that KaboomCon?
That's right.
KaboomCon!
So, Saturday, September 7th, 2024, and the how should I say this? The hotel on record for that we recommend, that we suggest you stay at if you can, is the Hardman House. If you can, stay at the Hardman House. It's just down the street. It's also going to be prime real estate for the Kaboom Crawl. You're going to want to get a room there to go crawl to at the end of the crawl. And they are offering discounts. Just mention that you're going to be there for KaboomCon. Great pricing. I'm excited for them. I think this is going to be a great event for them, a great event for the city of Carson.
Yay.
$10. Go buy your tickets.
Get them now.
Don't wait. I am not kidding when I say that I am concerned that we're going to have to stop ticket sales. I'm trying not to shut them down
because we have a capacity issue, people.
Yeah. So don't
capacity issue. Don't dawdle.
The hard part is there's nowhere bigger for us to really go in Carson. We're pretty much in the biggest place.
Right. I mean, and actually we took over the entire place. We originally it was just the gym.
Yeah,
and then it grew. And
I genuinely don't want to turn people away. So, don't wait. Get your ticket.
Don't wait, because otherwise you're gonna have to wait till another year.
That's if we do it again.
That's if we do it again.
Yeah.
If.
So, anyway, you got anything else? Anything fun, exciting coming up in the next week? Aside from, obviously, Silver Age, where we're going to be at E 102, 103?
Yeah. No, I mean, pretty much not. I'm going to do, as soon as we're done, I got to jump on laundry and I'm going to get some packing done tonight, so I don't have to do a whole lot of packing tomorrow. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I'm excited because this will be my first time going to Silver Age, and this is the first time we've done multiple cons in a year. So,
Well, and this is the IC7 coming out, man. This is where because don't get me wrong, it was lightweight coming out at Powerhouse, but it was lightweight. I mean, we didn't have anywhere close. Like I would say there was maybe 500 people, maybe. And that's including like vendors and
yeah, so it wasn't that. I mean, and I think it was also location was kind of meh, but I think this is gonna be a good one. Plus we'll have the ash cans. Plus we'll have the exclusive prints. We'll have more exclusive prints, I should say. Plus we'll have well, I mean, we always have them there, but Justin as well as Lawrence and Diego, they'll be doing commission pieces. So definitely, if you want one of those, get in there. But yeah, you can talk with us, and
yeah. And if you want spoilers for Oak Bridge, you're gonna want to come because there will be a banner for Oak Bridge at the event.
It'll have all the posters on there.
Yes, it has all 10 of the cover art for season 1. So we'll have only released episode 4 at this point, but you'll get to see the art for the other 6 episodes.
For the next 6.
And of course, speaking of, before we do go,
Lance Albatross, the top employer of the people here in Oak Ridge, we strive to make our employees feel safe. Our company policy is safety at all costs.
safety at all costs, James.
That boy Peter McGowan.
All right. Well, if you don't got anything else, I certainly don't.